Hi everyone. So I hope everyone has completed their assignments because in today's lecture we are going to discuss the second most important topic of learning Python language, that is the concept of looping in Python. Hi everyone, my name is Archit Mittal and today in this class we are going to learn about the most fundamental topic of learning Python for API trading. The topic is learning about loops in Python. This is the main reason why you choose any programming language to do your API trading. Let me tell you why. When you are checking about loops in any programming language, loops give you the power that you can do one single task repetitively for a longer period of time without changing the nature of the task. So let's say in the stock market, if you want to again and again buy when Nifty's spot price is above 23,400, then you can set it up in a loop, and again when the price is crossing above 23,400, your call option will be bought. Similarly, if you want to achieve any particular outcome that has to be repeated day in, day out, without failure, without changing the conditions, then loops are one of the best methods in any programming language to do it again and again for you. Why loops are considered? Because loops in Python has the latency of about 1 lakh iterations in 1 second if no other calculation load is provided. That means you can execute 1 lakh orders within 1 second if there is no other latency in the system. Because of the latency via the broker end or the data API end, we can see that we can almost around place 500 to 1000 orders very easily when we are going in programming languages like Python and there are latency in the Indian markets. So let's start and see how we can actually code these loops very easily in a system. So I'll go here in the Explorer menu, I'll click on the plus sign and I will write here second code dot py. .py is used as a Python extension so that the function, the code, the IDE can recognize that this is a Python function. Okay. So after covering the theory of the loops concept, now we go to the practical aspects of covering loops. There are two types of loops in Python. First one is for loop and second one is while loop. Although both of the loops works in the same manner, but I'll give you the suggestion that where to use which loop and will be teaching you in that particular manner only. So if you have a fixed or limited number of iterations to be done, then use for loop. What do I mean by this? If you know that how many times you want this loop to run, then you will be using for loop. For example, if I want to run till 1 to 10 only, so for I, this is the syntax also for writing the for loop. Please watch it carefully. For I in range 1 till 10 with a step count of 1, then I will be printing I. Just see, just now I'll show you why I have written 1, 10, 1. Okay. If I just run this loop, you can see all the values are printed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now what happens? Let's understand what happened. Here I have a fixed range that I have to print the numbers from 1 till 10. So what I have given in the range section. In the range section, 3 values are provided. The first value being the start point, the second value being the end point, and the third value being the step point or the jump point. What does this tell us? That if I'm writing 1, 10 and 1, this means that the start point is 1, the end point is 10 and jump point is 1. What does this mean? That the program, that the loop will start from 1, it will cover the values 1 plus the jump value, that is 1 plus 1 is 2, and it will go so on till it is reaching 10. Remember this thing, in Python when you are writing the endpoint, whatever the endpoint you are writing, it will not be considered in the final output. Okay, so let's say if you have given 110, you will only be printing values from 1 to 9. The start point is fixed. The end point, there will be one less than the end point. Okay, now try this out for yourself. If I'm writing 1, 10 and 2, what will happen? What are the values that will be written here? Okay, try this out. I'll write the code for this. I in range 1 till 10 and 2, print I. You can take any other variable name. I have taken I here. You can take any other name. I'll show you how. Okay, so this I comment and I'll run now this one. Okay, so let's run it. You can see now it is printing 1 plus jump is 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus jump is 5, 5 plus jump is 7, 7 plus jump is 9, 9 plus jump is 11, which is greater than 10. Okay, if I'm doing the jump from 3, you can see now the jumps are 1, 4 and 7. It will not consider this last value. Got it? Yes. Let's move forward. How you will use that in your code. So for Nifty, let's say spot, right, in range 23,400 till 23,000 or let's say 24,000 with a jump of 50 points, let's say, and I want to print Nifty spot. And when I run this thing, you'll see that all the values with an interval of 50 are printed here from 23,400 till 23,950. If I want to print 24,000 also, I just want to add 1 here, and now you can see that 24,000 will also get printed. Okay, you don't have to add 50, you can add 1 also, just one more value till the point where you want the final values to be executed. So you understood that this is done when you have a fixed value. Okay, now while loop is used when you do not have fixed value. Okay, although it can be used with fixed value also, but you try to use while loop when there is not a fixed value. You do not know how many times the loop will run. When you will not know, like when you are doing while true. What does this mean? What is the syntax of this thing? Syntax is you have to give while and a condition. Okay, if the condition is true, the while loop will run. Okay, so chalo, instead of while true, what I can do is I can show you one more thing. I can show you a condition. Okay, so let's say if I is equals to 1, while I is less than 10, print I and I is equals to I plus 1. You increment I with I plus 1. If I run this, you can see it is printing 1, 2, 3, 4 till 9. So this is the usage of while loop when you have limited values. What I am telling you, you use while loop when there is no fixed value. So I will not take an I. What I'll do is I'll give a start date. So I can give start date, start time also. Start time is the most famous one. So start time, let's say, or instead of start time, I'll give you the actual one, current time. Let's say current time is 9. Okay, I'll show you like how you can give the actual time currently, just bear with me. And what do you say to your while loop? Your current time is less than 15 15:30:01. Then you just print it again and again and again, and you just check the current time is equals to, there is a function current time dot now. So there, I'll show you in the next class in the series of functions how to use this thing. But imagine this thing while how you are printing this thing. Now you can do a lot of things. You can print the current time also, or you can do other things. So what you will be doing here is, what is the major objective here is that you do not know how much time the loop will run, but you have given the timings that the market starts at 9:15, 9:07, wherever you want to start. But till the current time is less than 3:30, the loop should run again and again and again. So these are the major criteria for running a while loop. Okay, we'll show with some examples also. Okay, so I hope you understood this point. We have covered the surface levels. When we will be covering the next topics of functions and other parts, you will be understanding it in much more detail. So your assignment for this module is, number first is try to create a bank Nifty 50 for loop with a range from 50,000 to 51,000, 52,000 with a jump of 100 points. Second, try to write a while loop. Okay, just basic. Try to have a hands-on experience on this. In the next class, when we are learning functions, I will show you in much more depth. Okay, thank you very much for joining in. Please try to complete the assignment and write it in the comment section. Our team will guide you if you are facing any problems. Thank you so much. Let's chat in the next class also.